No. Hey, welcome back. More Spider-Man. Um, so I was doing some of the crime grinding, and there was a couple missions that I wanted to actually show on stream because there's one left here, and there's one left here. Except the one I just avoided was a hostage situation with a involving like a tour bus, and now it's a box truck. If I get this, I don't know if another one's gonna pop. So I'm not. I'm gonna avoid this one, or activate it and fail it, or whatever. There we go. Let it get away.
Too slow.
What? Yeah, want to see if I can get the tour bus incident. Anyway, more Spider-Man though. Kind of addicted to this fucking game. Also, I love the rainy weather. I just love inclement weather in video games. This it's done well enough. I like it. Fucking Twitch, if I click the watch button, I'd much rather you open a new tab than take me away from the stream I was watching. Oh, wow. Yeah. Sorry about that. Also, hi, Christoph. So the only thing I have on the agenda so far for this game is 2 specific crimes, and then progressing the story, because I really can't do much other than that. I did all the side stuff already. All the side stuff I could do. Am I even in the right section anymore? No. I was enjoying the travel. Hi, Texan Kekona? What? I am Texan. I am from Texas. Yeehaw. Can't you tell from my thick accent? Hey, folks!
Hey, just taking a break.
Oh, do you not have better Twitch TV? I do not.
Breaking news just in. My sources tell me the police are now looking at the demons as the primary suspects in the City Hall bombing. If that is in fact the case, I retract what I said about Spider-Man not being to blame.
Oh, boy.
He would be, at the very least, partially responsible. Because the reckless manner in which Wilson Fisk was brought down directly created the void the demons poured into, like the poison they are. Actions have consequences, my friends. And that's something Spider-Man never understood.
Speaking of Jameson, there's 2 recordings that that we missed.
Today is a day for somber reflection, for mourning and honoring fallen heroes like Jefferson Davis. But it's also a day to vow never again. It stops here. Some people say I blame everything on Spider-Man. Well, I don't blame him for the bombing. That cowardly act is squarely the responsibility of whoever committed it. But if we're going to keep New York safe, we can no longer tolerate the kind of lawlessness Spider-Man and his ilk represent. This is our city. By God, we're going to take it back.
Oh, it's an emote for you Texans, y'all. I did finally get the Frankerface Z thing installed, so I should be able to see those emotes.
Friends, today we have a very
But I
special
don't have
caller
better
bringing
Twitch.
important news right here, because where else? Mayor Osborne, thanks for calling in.
No, thank you, Jonah. When you were publishing the Bugle, you were always fair to me. Tough, sure, but fair.
Well, that's my job, Mr. Mayor. All I have is my integrity, and I won't compromise it for anyone. Now, what's this crucial breaking news you're revealing for the first time anywhere on my show?
Well, after the brutal, cowardly City Hall bombing that almost claimed my life, it's clear understaffed police department needs help. And I want to reassure the people of New York that I am providing it.
Aha! I said it! You all heard me say we needed this. Are you using my idea of bringing in cops from Lake Placid?
Ah, no. Though that was a fine idea. No, this would be a security contractor, much like the ones our military uses to assist our troops overseas. I can't name it until the contracts are signed, but their qualifications are impeccable.
Well, that sounds terrific, Mr. Mayor. Though, of course, I'll have to reserve my tough but fair final judgment until I have all the facts.
I'd expect nothing less. And let me stress, this is in no way replacing our brave officers of the law, just augmenting them in a way that cuts through the red tape and gets results.
And results are what we want. You know, I'm glad you're here, so I can share my theory on how Spider-Man may well be working with the demons.
And a fascinating theory it is, I'm sure. But my doctors are advising me to get some rest now, so if you don't mind.
Oh, of course. Thank you for calling in, Mr. Mayor. My lines are open for you anytime. Jared, did you hear? Tough but fair! That's our new slogan. I don't care who else is using it. Don't care.
Any reason you don't have better Twitch TV? Honestly, I've never looked into it. Is it just is it the same sort of thing? Just downloading like an extension or something? If it is, if you, I can just like look it up. Did I listen to
Folks,
this?
you've heard me express grave concerns about the risk to civil liberties posed by the police department's crime system and their omnipresent towers. But at least the intention is to stop crimes. Now, recently, Spider-Man has been seen tampering with these very towers. And it's reasonable that my loyal listeners suspect he is disabling the towers so he can commit his unlawful misdeeds with impunity. But Spider-Man is not your ordinary run-of-the-mill menace. Oh, he's a 12th level Kung Fu master, 50 moves ahead menace. Which is why I think he's actually hacking into these towers to spy on you and me. Your only defense? Listen to my show. All the time. If he's gonna spy on us, let him hear that we're on.
Okay, yeah, well, I did listen to that. Okay, I just downloaded it to Chrome. I refreshed the page just as soon as that last thing you sent. But let me turn on night mode because if for all of a sudden I swapped it to how do you turn on night mode? Why did it get turned off? I think Better Twitch TV has its own night mode before Twitch introduced theirs. Okay, how do you, I guess there's a thing at the top. Twitch TV. Is there a way to activate? How do you activate it? Give these people a heart attack.
See the game last night?
Still in the right area. Okay, we're looking for that last crime. Hopefully the tour bus hostage situation. So I can show that.
All units, mass terrorists have opened fire. Reports are coming from the lower east side. Over.
Better fail this.
Demons are getting worse than Fisk ever was. Hold Hold tight, officers.
Hold tight, officers. I'm abandoning you. Click the gear below chat. Scroll down to bottom. Better Twitch TV settings. Ah, see, there we go. Night mode, dark theme on. There we go. Is there anything else I should activate through those settings while I'm doing that? I've heard of Better Twitch TV, but I never actually looked into it. Emote menu? Emote menu. Emote menu on. Get a more advanced emote menu for Twitch. Hey, you just click on the emote you want. That's pretty nice. Oh, look at that. Cool. Put a smiley face at the bottom of the chat. It just shows you all Better Twitch TV in that menu. Better Twitch TV. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, the smiley face is down there.
Demons are stepping up their game. These guys are worse. Gentlemen, that's not how an ATM works. That's not even an ATM.
Where is that fucking, Damn it. Damn it! I'm looking for the bus hostage situation. I should also look up to see if crimes still get committed after you complete all the crimes.
1079, repeat, we have an active bomb threat.
Oh boy.
Needed in Upper Chinatown.
I've done a bomb threat one. It was in Central Park. Spider-Man PS4 crimes. Random crimes. So is random crime limited? They are. The devs confirmed is limited to 5 out of 5. Just means you will not get points anymore, I believe. May have to keep going to make it unlimited. I'm sure the dev did. Crimes become endless post-game. Well, that's kind of all the more reason to do this one now. Where's the fucking hostage?
Officer, we've got to stop meeting like this.
Huh. Tell that to the demons. Another bomb threat. Tackle it. Disable the primary device in the armor.
Return to crime? Nah.
I'll update you when it's done.
I'll just let it blow. Uh-oh. Spider-Man fucked up. There you go, easy peasy. Now you can see all the dumb emotes. Yep. I'd like to know how to spawn that specific crime. Sorry, what?
Nothing like an RPG to wake you up. And we're done.
This might actually finish the crime in the area. Okay. Well,
I feel like there are better ways to spend your life than shooting.
yep. Oh well. I guess I'll see that post game. I can't control what spawns, and I didn't know it was going to be a one-time thing. Maybe it'll pop up with a future crime thing, but at the moment, let's just get it out of the way.
Hey, before you go, can you sign this for me, kid?
Sign what? Here we go.
Anyone else heard reports of Spider-Man literally seeking out clouds of smog to swing through? Is this the behavior of a sane individual? I'll tell you what I think is going on here. When I was a lad, there was a problem with juvenile delinquents sniffing glue to get high. Knowing Spider-Man's weak moral character and thrill-seeking personality, I'd guess the same principle is at work here. But inhaling toxic substances also damages the brain, which actually explains a lot about Spider-Man. He's swinging through the city hopped up on smog.
Good one.
That shootout's gonna get someone killed. Officer, pull your wounded back. I'll handle this. Fisk was a maniac. He loved New York. The demons, though. Seems like they just want to tear the city down.
That's the last of them.
That is the last of the demon crimes in all areas. So, yeah, it kind of sucks that I couldn't get the two things I wanted to spawn, which was the bomb threat at Madison Square Garden, which is right here, and then there was a bus hostage situation somewhere over here. Either way, let's do this. Let's progress the main story. It's like free cigarette smoke, essentially. There was a research mission to swing through smog to collect samples of it, so he could like decrease emissions and actually track down what was causing them. So he had to swing through the smog to grab the things, and then had to find the cars that were responsible for it and report them. But then every time you do something that's helpful to the city, J. Jonah Jameson, he spins it a different way. So according to what I've read, no more crimes are going to spawn until I progress the story.
MJ's hunch was right. Place is crawling with demons. Gotta take these guys out, then have a look around.
Alright, let's go to stealth mode. We're already on stealth mode. I've been fighting in stealth mode. Shit. Come on. Who's watching you? Yoink.
Okay, that's all of them. High security lock. They use these on banks, not recycling centers. Maybe if I can find where it gets its power. Looks like I could override the circuit. Need my electric webs.
Well, I have my electric webs.
Well, that did something. It looks like the circuits need a little more juice.
Guess we'll follow the red wire around.
Gotta find a junction box.
Here it is.
There. Looks like the circuit's still stable. Maybe there's another junction box close by.
Oh! Mispress.
Uh-huh.
Ah!
Gotcha. Almost there. One more box should do it.
Really, one more? Oh.
That's it.
When you get high on smog. Forget vaping, smogging is going to be popular. Well, at some point we won't have a choice and then we'll just call it hip. People still say hip, right? Oh. Right, I want to be stealthy.
Oh, man. Guns from Fisk's armory. These must be where they're planning to attack. Wait, these are Osborn campaign offices. All the paths originate from the same address. Lots of high-tech equipment. Maybe later I can recycle this stuff into some weapons of my own. Explosives from Fisk's construction site. Truck bombs? This is crazy. This wasn't a gang war. The demons were stealing from Fisk to go after Mayor Osborn.
Hey, did you find Lee?
No, but you were right. Lee's using this place as a front for the demons. Bomb making, gun running.
Oh my god.
And it looks like they're planning another attack. This time on Norman Osborn's campaign offices.
We must have some kind of beef with Norman Osborn.
I found an address here. I think it's their staging area. If I hurry, I might be able to stop them.
Be careful.
Oh.
Yuri, it's me.
Make it quick. I'm busy getting yelled at by my boss.
Martin Lee and the demons are planning another attack, this time on Norman Osborn's campaign offices.
Are you sure? We've had a lot of false leads in the past week.
Trust me on this one. I'm sending you the address of a recycling center. You'll find all the evidence there.
Got it. I'll get those campaign offices evacuated. But if you're wrong about this, you're gonna help me find a new job.
Spider-Man can't even hold down his own job. I mean, if he got paid to be Spider-Man, then that, you know, that's one thing. So this, the environment right now, it's raining, it's sad, somber, whatever, because Jeff, our cop friend, died, who is the father of Miles Davis, Black Spider-Man. But I don't know if you get to play as him in this game. It could just be a nod or whatever. I hope that's the next game, job hunting, Spider-Man job hunting. I mean, his job currently is at stake with Octavius, Dr. Octopus. Got shut down by Norman Osborn.
Consolidated shipping. A lot of guys. I should try to do this quietly, but also with style.
But mostly quietly.
I can use that stuff I found at the recycling center.
Oh, cool. It's pretty neat. I need challenge tokens for everything else.
Nice. Love using bad guys' own weapons against them. And that, my friends, is what karmic justice looks like.
Nope. The game forces me to web that dude, and that was going to alert all the other people. Let's see here. If I do... Yeah, walk over there. Yes.
Nap time.
Still fucking talking.
is not out here. Better check inside.
You mean this door that I webbed this guy up on?
They have bases all around the city.
I don't know. Challenge bases, perhaps?
What else can I find around here? Huh. Invoice from an auto shop. Pale Horse Rides. That's one expensive tune-up.
Spider-Man was a pizza delivery guy at one point. They even referenced that in one of these things here.
I thought web swinging would let me get pizzas delivered fast. And it did. Fast and smashed.
Pizza Amigos.
This is bigger than I thought. Looks like the demons have an army.
Interesting. Wood. Maybe look at the computers. I think they would have some important data on it. Oh shit. Cool guy. Hey, it's cool guy.
As if one deadly glowing whip wasn't enough.
Oh, he's immune to that, huh?
I don't
just
know what I was
do that
expecting,
easy.
but it was definitely not this. Hey MJ, I think I stopped the demon's attack on Osborn's campaign offices.
Nice. Did you find Lee?
No, but I found something we should look into. A place called Pale Horse Ride.
Sounds familiar. I'll check it out and get back to you.
Cool. Just web them all up.
Copy, Silverbird. We're descending to location. There's another one.
This is this private military thing.
This is new.
No. This one's mine. All right. I'm executing this son of a...
Hey! That's not how we do things downtown!
Code SM1.
Whoa!
Spider-Man
Before we
1.
do this, who the hell are you guys?
Code SM1. Code SM1. Holding for orders. Copy Code SM1. I have a visual. Hold for Silverburn.
Sable? Oh, you know he got fired from that Pizza Man job.
Nice entrance. Solid 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
Release him. He works with us.
Yuri, explanation, please?
This is Silver Sablinova, head of Sable International, a private security force. Paid for by Mayor Osborn.
Oh, the mayor has a pet army now?
Next time you get in my way, I will not be so gentle.
Go. We'll talk later.
I should have told you earlier, but it all happened so fast.
It's okay. We're still best buds.
We're not best buds.
Well, that took a dark turn.
Anyway, Sable has the mayor's ear and unchecked authority. We've searched that address you gave me, found plenty of evidence of a bomb plot, but nothing that leads back to Martin Lee.
I'm working on that.
Let's see here, we get some new skills, or I have enough points to buy new skills. Okay. I like to be able to throw rockets back. Sounds cool.
Hey, MJ.
Hey, so I dredged up some records on Martin Lee's other business holdings. He's got places all over the city.
Huh. The locations line up with a map I found at that shipping business. I'll check them out.
Let me know what you find at each one, and I'll work on building a case.
You got it. I'm headed to Lee's office at Feast to see if I can learn more about why he's doing this. And what he's got planned next.
Okay. Say hi to May for me. Wait, you don't think she's in danger, do you?
No. Lee's only got one target on his mind. Norman Osborn.
Hey, fellas.
Hey. Just taking a break.
My man! Let's see here. Take a look at the map. These things. Oh, these give you base tokens, not challenge tokens. Well, let's see what these base things do. Thank God he's turned into Spider-Man, because if he can't hold down a pizza delivery job, then something is very off. Every time he's about to do something, a police scanner goes off and says, "There's been a robbery," and he's like, I gotta get that.
Hey guys, bird watching? I saw some pigeons over there.
Later, bitch.
Can't have the ones inside feeling left out. Going down.
Any new pizza stories? Oh, poof. Let's see here.
MJ, I'm at the first location on your list, and guess what I found?
Demons?
Give the lady a prize. See if you can figure out what they're up to while I introduce myself.
I'm trying to think. I know I do. It's just hard to think about something that happens specifically. .35 hit combo, 3 stealth takedowns. There you go. 35 hit combo now.
something I want as a memento.
Drugs?
Demons. Looks like they bring in their buddies in shipping containers. Explains how foreign nationals with criminal records are getting into the country. You guys look mad. I admit, I used all my good quips on the others, but I don't mind repeating myself. This is like when the band's doing its fourth encore and you just kind of want to go home.
Jesus. Whoops. Oh, come on now. Oh, I forgot to switch up my fucking powers now that I'm in combat. Yeesh. That's what's going on here. This. Action and focus. That's what I need from this.
Kick it up a notch. I should have recorded this. MJ, call the police. All the demons are incapacitated.
Don't forget to bring me a souvenir.
Okay, let's see here. Well, we did just hire back a dude who got, like, fired a long time ago for some bullshit that happened. Where I took a lady's order over the phone, and she was just very, or no, one of my managers answered the phone, and there was a girl on the phone, young. She's like, I need to place an order. And then she said, okay, what is it for? And then she just started talking in the background for like, 30 seconds. And it was a busy night. So the manager just, hung up. Because if they're not going to place an order, then we need to free the line for other people who are. And so they called back. It was the mother this time. And she said, my daughter just tried to place an order with you guys and she got hung up on. I was like, oh, I'm sorry about that. That must have just been some
What do you
some
know
problem
about Sable International?
Let me see.
with the
They're
phones.
an international security firm,
Oh,
usually
boy.
hired by governments to end revolutions. Or start them.
The last thing we need is a city full of trigger-happy mercenaries.
Whoa, social media's blowing up. They're setting up checkpoints around the city, doing random stop and frisks. This is crazy.
No, this is Norman Osborn feeling threatened.
So yeah, I said that, you know, it's probably something was wrong with the phones. Sorry about that. Can I take your order? And then she, you know, gives me the order, and then at the end of the order, she goes, you know what? I think I should get a free I should get my food for free. I was like, excuse me? She's like, oh, because my daughter got hung up on. I think you should give me the food for free. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. You know, I'm sorry that your daughter got hung up on or disconnected or whatever happened, but we can't just give pizza away for free for stuff like that. It's like, oh, okay. Well, how much is it? And I gave her the total, and then I just, you know, ended the call. But I forgot to ask cash or credit. So the driver that goes to the door, she's coming out of the door screaming, you know, yelling at him and holding out her, you know, just like upset that her daughter got hung up on and she didn't get free pizza. And she's holding out her credit card, yelling at the driver. He's like, whoa, whoa, I don't know what's going on here. She's like, oh, here's a card. And I was like, well, and he was just like, you know, taken aback by her, you know, yelling at him out of nowhere. He's like, I'm sorry, lady, I'm not an ATM. I don't. And like, she's like, gee, they didn't ask me cash or credit over the phone, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, in a simple situation, somebody hands out their card and go like, oh, sorry, we can take the credit card over the phone real quick. I need to call the store. Just give me the card for a second. And it's as simple as that. I call up the store, get the card number and stuff, all that. But she's coming out at him, yelling, cussing at him also, I should add. And then she just continues to like cuss at him. And he goes, you know what? I'm out of here. His story was that he didn't say anything. Her story was that he cussed back at her and said something along the lines of, I don't get paid enough for this. I'm out of here. And he cussed at her. And I think she mentioned like a specific how much he gets paid. I think he did mention something like that. I think he actually said something like, I only get paid this amount of money. I don't have to deal with this, and walked away from it. But I don't believe he cussed at the lady because he's just not that type of guy. So she calls up the store to complain about, you know, our driver cussing her out, as she says. And, you know, the manager at the store that hung up on her earlier wasn't having it. Didn't believe her for a second. And so the lady calls up the next day with a different manager. And also, I guess, gets the store number and like the corporate manager involved. And the real thing that happened was she started like posting on social media, you know, Facebook, and a couple of different other places, and just like dragging the store and like talking about how this person, you know, cussed her out. And so corporate has to come down and talk to the manager and say, hey, I don't know what happened here, but somebody's got to go. Either everybody involved or at least one person, because if she hadn't got on social media and started like blowing up and doing all this shit, then we would have just taken you at your word for it and everything. But at this point, somebody needs to get fired, and we can't really do anything. And so, unfortunately, the driver that took the delivery got fired for that incident. And then the lady comes to the store to get an apology from the manager on top of that. And also, when she talked to the manager the next day, the one that was actually like communicating with her, he told her sorry several times. And then she comes up to another manager, says like, this is the first time somebody's apologized apologize to me about this event. And she's got her daughter there, as if, you know, as if any of that shit, like affected her, like her getting the phone hung up on her was a big fucking deal. But I think her mom getting super, I don't know, I felt like she was on something. She was a pain in the ass on the phone. I hung up the call without asking cash or credit because I wanted to get off the phone with her quicker, and I forgot to do that ending spiel that I usually do for every other customer. My only fault was, I guess, not giving her the food for free for her getting hung up on, quote unquote. And the other one was, I guess, not asking cash or credit. So they felt like I wasn't, you know, in the wrong enough to get fired. The lady manager that originally hung up on the daughter and then answered the phone that night about the complaint about the driver and was not having it, she almost got fired, but she didn't. But honestly, the lady was just crazy. That's a pizza story, but we just hired the driver back recently. So thankfully, you know, he's not out of a job forever, but it's been like a year since that happened. And my details of the story are a little hazy, but that's to the best of my recollections. Back to my recollection. Worst pizza story I've ever had. I was working for a different pizza place. Let me see here. Oh!
Hi! We can fight, or, hear me out, we can barbecue.
Hang on. Worst pizza story, though.
Getting brisk out here. Better go in. And without further ado,
one of the lady people inside was taking an order over the phone, and the person on the other line, the guy, was being belligerent, you know, just cussing at her for not getting the order right originally. I need to set the powers again for stealth for a split. And then after that, you know, I delivered to this guy, and I get up to the door. I say, hey, it's going to be this amount of money. It's going to be like 20 something. And he hands me $100 bill. I was like, hey, I only have $20 in change. I can't break 100. And then I try to, like, you know, grab the pizza back because he says that's all I have. And I was like, well, I can't, you know, give you the pizza then because I can't break the 100. And so I went to grab for the pizza box, and he's like, don't you do that. Don't you take food from my fucking kids. And I'm like, whoa, okay. He's like, you're going to go back to the store and you're going to get change, or I'm going to come over to the store and throttle somebody. I said, okay. I'm going to go call my manager real quick and see what we can do about this. So I get to my car, I start calling up the store, and he comes out to my window, knocks on the window, and he's like, hey, I can pay with card if that helps. I'm like, yeah, okay, we can do that. That would have been something we could have done before. So then we're walking back up to his apartment. He's like, I was looking at the pizza, and there's some pepperoni missing from my pizza. I'm like, what? He's like, it looks like somebody plucked a pepperoni off of my pizza, and I'm looking at you like you did it. I'm like, well, no, I didn't do that. I didn't take any pepperoni off your pizza, and I watched the people cut it, and they definitely didn't do it either. He's like, well, you know, it looks like that. It looks like somebody plucked pepperoni off my pizza. And he turns around, and he's, you know, walking back to his apartment, and he's literally punching his hand, you know, like you do in a fucking cartoon. And he's like, take my fucking pepperoni. Take my fucking pepperonis. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? And I get back up to the store. I get his card number. And I go back to the store and I go, hey, we got to block this dude because he threatened to throttle people at the store. And he was also violently punching his hand talking about pepperoni being taken off of his pizza. I don't think it's safe for anybody to go out there. And I think that maybe, because we had a couple of girl drivers, I'm afraid that if a girl driver went out there, they would have been a little more upset by that whole interaction. It upset me. But I can't imagine, like, the girl that was talking to him on the phone before I took the delivery, she was almost in tears just from talking to him on the phone. So I doubt that that girl going out there and delivering to him, acting like that, would have been able to deal with that situation. So I said, hey, this guy's violent. He's belligerent. I think he was drunk or high on something. We can't deliver to him anymore. And we blocked him in the system. And he called back again from a different number at a different address. And I got to the door and I see him and I know exactly who the fuck it is. I'm like, oh my god. And I act like I don't know who he is. And I take the order and everything. But when I get back to the store, I was like, hey, gotta block this address too, because he's ordering from a friend's house or something like that. But if this guy is acting crazy again, we can't have people going out there. And if you're going to tell me to go out there, I'm going to say no. And you're going to have to deliver the pizza. What kind of fucking insane people are these? That's the worst I've ever run into as far as like somebody being like violent and belligerent and, you know, drunk. Other than that, we've had some dude who always uses these printed out coupons from online, and he constantly prints them out. They're obviously faking from another state, and then every time he slips through the cracks somehow. Either does an online order, or he gets somebody on the phone who doesn't know who he is, and he gets an order delivered to him. He complains later on, and then all of a sudden he has a free pizza in the system or something like that. And it got to the point where corporate even came down and said, hey, we're going to block his number and all that stuff. So he can't do that because we were talking to him and he's constantly taking advantage of the store, just taking money, stealing from the store, essentially. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know. But it's like, there's stuff like that happens here and there. We get prank calls a lot. Somebody got called up the other day asking if it was the Krusty Krab. You know, that's on the low end of things happening. I didn't even hear him at first. I was like, what? Like, is it the Krusty Krab? And then as soon as I registered that he said Krusty Krab, they hung up. I was going to say, it's like, no, this is Patrick.
Can you
I don't know.
believe these
Crazy
guys
people,
wearing
though.
Masks just like walking around. Must make for confusing staff meetings.
I'll try to figure out their operation while you throw a wrench into it.
3 stealth takedowns, 10 web throws. Yoink! So whenever you are angry at a pizza delivery guy or girl, and you think that they don't deserve a tip, remember that they deal with crazy fucking customers. It may be. Uh-oh. Maybe they do deserve a tip, you know what I'm saying? Oh. Oops. That didn't count.
Oh, hey! You must be the JV team!
He's just constantly screaming. That's not what I meant to do.
Huh? Good, because these other guys, not impressing me.
Peter, that place is supposed to be a bespoke furniture manufacturer.
From what I can see, it's more like illegal weapons. And this might come as a shock, but I don't think they're really bespoke.
There we go.
Hipster assassins are gonna be so disappointed.
I'm not glad to see more of you. More demons. I don't suppose we can settle this with some fruit pies.
Did not mean to shoot two of those. I don't order pizza unless I can give a tip, or else I feel way too bad.
Nice job.
Makes sense.
Anytime we can get guns off the street, it's a win.
I feel like if people can't afford to tip, they probably shouldn't be in the position of ordering pizza in the first place. Like, there's a lot of people who give me like $2 in change or something like that, and they say, "Oh, I can't. Sorry, this is all I can give you." But then they sign their credit card receipt, and I'm like, you can leave a tip on there too. More or less all the same. Oh, somebody called up the other day and was complaining about our delivery charge. Our delivery charge is higher than normal. It's like $3.25. He's like, "Oh, so $3.25, that means I don't have to tip the guy, right?" And our manager's like, no, actually, that's for something else. You still, if you want to tip him." And while we do get like $1.15 of that, that's more for our gas.
I bet you guys get great reception up here.
What? Hang on. Throw that guy off the roof. Yeah, we get like $1.15 of that.
They really didn't want me going in. Booyah!
We get $1.15 of that for gas and stuff, but that doesn't pay for all the other stuff that happens to our car, like wear and tear, like oil change, tire change. I recently had to get a fucking starter replaced. Alternators go out a lot. Just shit. Car maintenance just multiplies exponentially if you're delivering pizza because you're going nonstop, stop and go traffic. All the fucking time. So that's where the money goes. So if we're making, a bit every day, a lot of that's going to rent, a lot of that's going to car stuff. And then the rest of it goes to Spider-Man.
MJ, I'm at the third location. Apparently it's casual mask day at the office.
Finally, a job where you'll fit right in. Until you start with the face kicking.
Yeah, I have a feeling HR's not gonna be too happy with me.
Use trip mine on 5 enemies. Hmm. Whoa. Whew, that was close. Is that actually gonna hit him?
Literally didn't see that coming.
Have any more trip mines? I do. I had something happen at a McDonald's. I was the only one at the drive-thru, and the guy was coming to give me my food, and some crazy bitch in a pickup truck in the background gets out and storms into McDonald's at 1 a.m. screaming for a refund and threatening the manager and shit. It was interesting. The guy at the window was really nervous about it. Yeah, people get fucking upset about food. Oh, fuck me. People get really upset about pizza, about McNuggets, whatever. It's ridiculous.
Like fish in a barrel. Hey, understudy! The role of homicidal demons will now be played by more homicidal demons!
Hey, you. Boop. Boop. There. Perform 3 off-the-wall attacks. Excuse me. There we go.
Reinforcement! Unless you're just Natalie dressed paparazzi? Yeah, I didn't think so.
That location's included enough for donations to Lee's charities. Clothes, books. They're trucked in from drop boxes all over town.
Sounds like a perfect distribution network for drug running. Which it looks like is their real priority. How do these backup guys get here so fast? I know it's not the 6th train.
Oh, fuck. You. Excuse me. Right.
And we're... more demons. How do you guys tell each other apart? I mean, there's only so many mask variations.
Easy peasy. I say that as my health is dead. My health is dead.
MJ, I've got the place locked down.
Great. I'll call in an anonymous tip. I bet if the police check out those drop boxes, they'll find something more interesting than secondhand jeans.
I have no idea why, unless I'm missing like half my meal that I obviously paid for, then I call them up and ask about it. But if it's only a large fry turned into a medium, it's a simple mistake. Yeah, it's usually just a simple mistake that a simple phone call would fix. And they'll take care of you. But people just fucking... They lose it. They lose it over pizza. More of these things. Right down here. There's two more. Let's just grab those. Fairly simple stuff. But yeah, I think because before I started working pizza delivery, I didn't used to tip. And then, like, the first day I started working there, I was like, oh, I should tip. I should definitely tip.
Hey, is this roof taken? So much for the opening act. Main event's inside.
So you can deliver your own pizzas. Yeah, and tip myself.
Let's dive right in.
But I started tipping like everywhere. Restaurants, pizza delivery, or Chinese delivery, haircuts, everything. I was immediately like, oh yeah, $5 minimum.
I'm at the 4th place on your list. They're not even trying to pretend they're legit.
It's just sad when criminals don't take pride in their work anymore. I'll see what I can find out.
10 swing kicks, huh? Alright. Oh, I need to... There we go. See if I can get a crowd of people going. Dick.
Oh no! Stockbrokers! Oh, just noticed the masks.
Come on. That.
Yay, new guys! I'm sure you'll do way better than these guys just like you who I wiped the floor with.
Peter, that business is listed as an importer of computer parts.
Huh. I didn't know they'd started making laptops out of guns.
So it's an armory?
Not for long. I'm about to get some payback for Jeff Davis and everyone else they killed at City Hall.
Three more.
More of them! Good! I meant to ask you, how do you deal with sneezing in your masks? Big problem for me.
Okay.
Let's kick it up a notch. See? Hey, more gas! Come in, grab a chair. We're playing charades.
Okay. Like this guy's got the whips. Just kill him.
MJ, everything's quiet here now.
You didn't get too carried away, did you? What they did was horrible, but you're not.
Yeah, we'll see. I've got one more of these things left. I haven't delivered, or I haven't ordered legit pizza for myself in a long time. Like in a long, long time. Usually it's like Sapphire wants it, or something like that, but even then, most of the time I just make what I want at the store and bring it home.
Missed another call from Doc.
Sweet dreams.
This is where the party is.
You dick. There's three of them to pin them to a wall.
Inside. Geronimo! MJ, I'm at the 5th location. Either there's a weird cosplay thing going on, or it's the demons.
Could be both. They need social lives too.
Well, let's see if I can make some new friends. Or enemies. Maybe not.
用炸弹令行动更难了。你会付出代价的。收了。
Jesus.
Let's kick it up a notch. Okay, now it...
干掉他！ 他会用血击！决死期到了！
So I think the new guys have to attack the old guys, and they have to go to their corner, no? Be honest, you were all waiting next door until I thought I'd won just to be mean, weren't you?
Peter, it looks like Lee took over
That's the guy to do it on.
auto repair business.
Explains where the demons get all their vehicles. Trucks, ambulances.
Exactly. You shut this down, they'll have a tougher time moving around the city unnoticed.
他受伤了！他怎么做到的？
You asked for it. Say goodnight. I would hate to see the group text that got you all here.
Yeah.
Hold on! Before we start, let me check the maximum occupancy for this place.
Boom. Nice. Takes me a little bit to get back into this and actually
I
take
have just done the opposite
control of
repair
the
this situation.
situations.
Don't worry, I'll get the cops down there. They'll clean things up.
That perfect dodge slowdown thing, that Bayonetta move, is very useful. Because you just end up stacking it if a lot of people are attacking you at once and you're just able to breeze through some combat. Also, where them sapphire streams be?
I could link to Martin Lee. We just made life a lot harder for the demons.
And easier for the DA to build a case against him. Thanks, MJ. I owe you dinner.
Ooh, nice. What price range are we talking about?
Any place you want. That has a dollar menu.
Still beats that time you tried to make dumplings.
And burn down your apartment. Are you specifically talking about our drawing streams? Because, she's actually had to put off her, like, Patreon and stuff like that. And a couple other things, because they're scheduling her, like, 6 days a week and not giving her any time to do any art stuff. She's actually talking to somebody at HR today about, the way they've been scheduling.
Okay, need to listen to Doc's message.
Peter, I wanted to make sure you're still available. I can't pay you yet, but I've pulled enough strings to keep the wolves from the door a bit longer. If we can get up and running, I know this new version of the project will attract investment. Massive investment. Stay ready.
Fingers triple crossed, Doc.
Yeah, just any streams. Yeah, she's just been not having a lot of time to do that stuff lately. Only days she's had off have been Saturdays. And typically with the time she has available, we've been doing like Monster Hunter streams and she's been in stream with me. Either that or we're like watching videos or something, but more or less just not enough free time. We used to have like 2 days off together a week and do stuff those days. I was curious since she seemed to enjoy doing them somewhat. Yeah, I feel bad. She's been getting dicked on at work by the scheduler. Let's see if there's any new things here. But yeah, she's they're scheduling her 6 days a week, and it's not even like a ton of hours each day. So she's still only getting 30 hours a week, but she's forced in to come in 6 days of the week, which means she can't make a lot of plans. So like they range from like 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. 6 days a week. So all of a sudden she can't do a lot of stuff after work because a lot of places are closed at 8 o'clock. And she can't do a ton of stuff before work because all of a sudden she has to do it quickly before work starts. And it's just kind of stressful. And then she also didn't get to sleep in if she does that. So it sucks. I've got my schedule set in place, but it sucks getting dicked on by not CHRONO. Yeah, I'm upset about that. Got any more baby puzzles? Fucking gotta go bitch them out. We need them sapphire streams. Ah, come on. Okay, well, can't do those. Nope. Is there any audio logs? Instead of having one MP3 recorder with all his stuff on it, he has multiples laying around the lab. Nope. And nope. Right, I have to leave the lab. I can't fast travel from it. So yeah, I'll ask her whether she wants to stream, but I feel like that's the answer. I think that she's having to cut off art stuff specifically because she doesn't have enough time off from work for herself to do that stuff. And I know that she was doing those streams a lot of times when I would get home and I couldn't. And that's when my schedule was shit. And,
Please, don't ask me to do the hand thing.
yeah, when my schedule was shit, I had to come home and take a lot of naps. And, that's when she would do those streams. I feel like we traded off in some respects. Rather her doing her streams than me doing mine. Whoop. So this finger point thing, is this a reference to Spider-Man doing that in Spider-Man 3? When he's walking down the street doing the finger guns? Or is that just a thing that he's... Spider-Man is known for doing? Do the hand thing! Did you already see, like, the photo mode in this game, Christoph? Pretty sure it's just a thing you do. Because that is the best Spider-Man movie.
Oops, sorry.
Oh boy.
Some people falsely say I make up stories about Spider-Man. And this will not help my case because it sounds outlandish, but I have personally seen listener-recorded video of Spider-Man snatching pigeons. Pigeon napping. Why? What possible purpose could there be for such aberrant behavior? I've thought about it long and hard, and I think I figured it out. He's eating them. We always assume Spider-Man is a man with the attributes of a spider. But what if it's the reverse? What if somehow a spider gained the powers of a man, and he's stalking his prey? Somewhere there's a giant web with these poor pigeons stuck in it, waiting to be devoured. And will it stop at pigeons? Will we be next? I promise you this. I will not rest until I have the answers.
Oh yeah, the photo thing is pretty, it's cool. It's like you press start and you go into photo mode, and it's literally just... Oh, this is feeling a little janky for some reason. Is it because it's raining? Usually this is pretty smooth, but I think I'm running into things. But you can go into selfie mode, and you can just pose it any way you want when you pause time, and get just the perfect shot. You can do it while swinging, while jumping, doing anything. But it's a cool addition to the game. It lets you take some really interesting pictures. Is there anything else to do? I think I did everything. Spider-Man, you gonna come back up and pick up all this freaking trash you just threw everywhere? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's why I have a secret identity. Swolco berry is okay. But I think I'll stick to the citrus. Here's to when life brings you unexpected surprises. Like one of those days where I just want to start driving and never come back. Spider-Man just popped in and threw trash around. JJJ was right. He's a menace. He's literally a litter bug. 2 puns, 1 post. $2 a slice back on toppings if you show them a selfie with Spider-Man. I'm there. So, like, you don't even get a free pizza if you have a selfie with Spider-Man. You get a $2 slice of pizza. God, New York sucks. I don't care how good your pizza is. If you have a selfie with Spider-Man, you should get a free slice.
Peter. So if you're running this place while Mr. Lee's out of town, who's doing your old job?
Me. But I could always use more help. You know anyone?
Actually, I do. His name is Miles Morales.
Why does that sound familiar?
His father was being honored at City Hall.
Oh.
I talked to him at the funeral.
He had a different last name. I forgot. Yeah, Miles Morales.
Having a tough time.
I don't know why he didn't take his dad's name.
Like that once.
I remember it helped to stay busy. Might help him too. Here's his mom's number.
Thanks. I'll give her a call.
Hey, you haven't heard from Mr. Lee, have you?
No, why?
I'm just curious. I've got a few minutes before work. I'm gonna look around, see if there's anything else I can do to help you out.
Oh, you don't have to.
I know. I want to.
Peter has some thick eyebrows.
I should check out Lee's office.
Yeah, talk to me.
Need help with those veggies?
I learned a long time ago you're more help staying out of the kitchen than in it.
Well, it looks like you do need help with that carrot because you've been chopping into it and... Yep, it's not going anywhere. That is that the Infinicarrot? You gotta watch out. Thanos might want that. Anyway. Right. I think I was talking about like how I enjoy the younger Spider-Man better because it's more like
Glad to see you're okay.
Hanging in there.
I guess it's more I don't know what the word is.
We're at the bombing. I was praying for you.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
I don't know, gut-wrenching, heart-wrenching when all this horrible shit happens to him when he's younger, but now that he's adult and it's like 8 years into his Spider-Man career, you got all the bullshit out of the way. You don't have to meet new villains. You just... And he's more experienced. And I like that.
His office
as well.
Locked. How do I get in there?
How do...
Quietly.
Well, there's a vent back there.
Maybe there's a vent somewhere.
Well. Nobody saw that.
Huh. Never seen that room before. Whoa, what the? High voltage lines. What needs this much power?
I understand, but the account number is in Mr. Lee's office, which is inaccessible. I will call you back as soon as I can get that information. No, I don't know when that will be. What would Ben do?
That room I saw from the crawl space. It should be right on the other side of the shrine. Lee's parents. Looks like there's a keyhole in the frame. I thought Lee's parents abandoned him. Why build a shrine to the people who threw you away? This is the ghost story Lee's father read to him. About a demon that could only be mastered through balance.
This chess set isn't very balanced. So who won this game? It doesn't look like there's a winning move anywhere. Or it's not over. None of the kings are in check.
Lee's journal.
Yoink.
Bet this fits the lock in the portrait.
Wilson Fisk has been arrested. I can barely believe that the day I planned for, dreamed of, is finally here. But for some reason I hesitate. Can I really go through with this? Things will happen so quickly. So the ink is bled onto the left page. It's the same words. Things will happen so quickly if I give the word. My men will claim Fisk's arms, his explosives, his secrets. We'll use that strength to teach Norman true pain. He'll know what it is. I wonder if it'll read this out. He'll know what it is to see the things he loves destroyed by his own hands, but achieving that end will mean giving up so much. Everything I've built here at Feast, all the good I've done,
Sounds conflicted.
could be wiped out.
Didn't want to head down this path.
If my plan succeeds, my chance is finally here, yet I hesitate. Should I turn back? Part of me wants to, but the demon is hungry, and I don't think I'm strong enough to hold it back.
The shrine in the photo is missing the picture.
What do you know? Well, I got the key. Can I unlock the door for May? Oh, I know what to do. I like how if you try to leave, the game goes, nope, over here, please. Some cool fucking swords. Swords.
Some kind of puzzle lock.
Alright, let's look at this picture one more time. White on top, black on bottom. Okay.
That seems right. Oh, I see.
I need to... I just need to get this white circle right there. It's like one click away. Damn. Oh, there it is.
Yes. Whoa.
Norman Osborn wall.
Lee?
Well, this is like an orgy of evidence, as they call it.
How does Lee imbue these with his power? Bioelectric induction? Compressed phase shift? Lee sure is obsessed with masks. Is it a Jungian thing? Like, he needed to pretend to be someone else to let his darkest feelings out? Pretended to be a demon until he became one. Creepy.
What if I saw like a ghost in the fucking reflection?
Can feel my power growing, feeding off my anger. Father would say I've lost the path of balance, but he could never understand. The only way to fight a monster is to become one.
Whoa. This is the folder MJ found at the auction house. This might help us figure out what Lee's planning next. Phew. It's a burn room, wired to destroy evidence. One more.
Oh. I don't see another. That doesn't count. Oh, there it is.
The police had found this. Or may. Don't want to think of what could have happened. This is all about Norman Osborn. His whole career. Lee must have been obsessed with him. Okay, through the floor grate. This article is decades old. Must be back when Oscorp was first founded.
Nope.
Now, how do I get out of here?
Hello, Peter.
Mr. Lee. I thought you were out of town.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Martin, you're back.
Get that.
Thank you.
And heading off again shortly, I'm afraid. Just needed a few things from my office.
You must have heard about City Hall.
Yes. Tragic.
Peter was there. He was very lucky.
And an Osborn rally. I didn't know you were a fan. Well, what matters is you are both safe.
Amen.
But the bombers are still out there. Who knows what they've planned next?
I don't think you or May have anything to worry about. As long as you stay away from places you're not supposed to be. Well, I should go.
When will you be back?
When my work is done.
Wait!
Captain Watanabe.
I finally got your evidence. Head to the Feast Center in Chinatown.
What am I going to find?
A nice lady named May Parker. And some really weird stuff hidden in Lee's office. But listen, he's got another attack planned.
Where? When?
Still working on that, but I think he's going to use something called Devil's Breath.
Sounds destructive. What is it?
A substance created by Oscorp. Probably a bioweapon of some kind. I have a folder full of info on it. I'm holding on to it for now. I'll send copies as soon as I can.
Okay, we'll check his office. If the evidence stands up, I'll put out an APB.
MJ, hey. Just checking in.
Peter, hey. Can I call you back?
I think you'll want to hear this. Wait, why are you whispering?
Just in the middle of something. How about we catch up over dinner? My place?
Oh, sure. I'll even cook.
Cool. See ya.
Wait. Remember how you told me about Lee's corrupting touch? I think I just saw it in action.
How?
Some perfectly nice homeless people just jumped me. Thing is, they had glowing eyes. And I remembered Yuri telling me something similar about the guard who released Shocker.
So Shocker was working for Lee? It's all connected.
There's more. But I guess we'll talk about it at dinner.
Yeah. See ya.
Dinner? What should I cook?
Is there anywhere to go? Anything to do? I'll wait for another phone call, I guess. There we
Hi,
go.
Doctor. How are you?
Parker, exciting news. Come by the lab.
Like now?
This is my defining moment. Can't wait to show you.
Cool. I've got dinner plans. Can I come by later?
Dinner can wait. You need to see this, Peter.
Okay. Be right there. Wonder if this means I have a job again. Guess I can stop by, just for a minute.
Triple J, I used to think you were exaggerating the danger to the city, but after the City Hall bombing, I gotta admit, you were right.
A lot of people have been telling me that, congratulating me, but I don't want congratulations. I would have loved to have been wrong. Better yet, for those in a position of power to have listened to me and done something.
Hey, what's up?
They didn't, and I'm not sure they'll listen now. Unless concerned citizens like...
Your suits, huh? Oh, hey, look at that. Spider-Man 2099. Low gravity. Decreased gravity while in the air. I mean, I'll get the suit, but... I want this still.
You and I make ourselves impossible to ignore. Stand up. Take your city back. That's the only way we can ever be sure that justice will be done. That and listening to me every day.
J. Jonas, he's seriously Alex Jones. Knocked back. Slows time just before you take a fatal hit. Giving you one last chance to dodge. Can only be used once per combat encounter. Shiny new suit. Lab coat. Can I do some puzzles?
Hello, Peter. I'll be just a minute.
Dr. Octopus!
Wow. Look at all this new stuff.
Hmm.
Where did you get all this equipment?
Called in every last favor. Took out a few loans. It's like we're starting over once again. But this time's going to be different.
Hey. Do some puzzles.
Doc's messing around with superconductors.
Hmm. Oh wait, I need this. I was looking at it backwards. Why isn't this one subtracting on the right side? Oh well. This isn't subtracting in the middle. Weird. Maybe it doesn't matter. Huh. I guess the subtraction doesn't matter unless you're actually subtracting from something.
Cool.
Can't go below 0.
Oxide ceramic. Perfect Type 2 superconductor. It'll run hot, but maybe good for an outboard controller? Some kind of polymer.
Yep, every last one being used. Yeah, you can just skip these puzzles, by the way.
Polymer. This stuff will survive almost anything.
It's pretty much... Can't do anything there. Yeah. Yeah.
We've been focused on limb
Somebody's
replacement.
banging stuff around upstairs.
Nerves at severed extremities, replicating the function of lost appendages. But what if instead we gave people something they've never seen?
Extra appendages.
Straight from the mind. Unchain all of us from the bodies we've been born with, and instead unleash the awesome power of our minds.
See if there's any more audio logs.
Interesting method of structural reinforcement.
In some sad, sick way, the City Hall attack may have done some good. Norman's approval ratings are sinking. The people are starting to realize their beloved mayor only cares about himself. Sometimes it takes a tragedy to wake people up to the truth. To finally see the monster they themselves elected.
Wish Doc wouldn't fixate on Norman like this. Really glad Doc let me store things here after the whole eviction thing.
Oh, Peter! I noticed you keep track of Spider-Man's foes. Smart. Easier to craft countermeasures that way.
Electro was the first legit superpowered villain I fought. Till then it had been regular guys in fancy suits. Electro was a big change. Big change.
Electro's outfit was very, very silly in the original comics and stuff. he essentially had a big star on his head, and it went across like it was very silly. Now I guess his scarred head looks like the star. Huh.
Last time I fought Scorpion, he asked if I knew what my skull looked like from the inside, then offered to show me. Super fun guy. Gonna miss that humorless grimace. Mob enforcer turned walking tank. Rhino's racked up enough property damage to destroy Manhattan 3 times over. Vulture might be the smartest guy up on this wall. Not smart enough to duck 3 consecutive life sentences, of course, but still pretty brainy.
Wonder if I'll have to fight these peeps. Anything else before I talk to Dr. Octopus here? So there used to be a treadmill here. They actually move stuff around.